So, I'll teach you how I like to do it.
Okay.
You will eventually develop your own way of doing this, but the way I do it, I know that at least it's going to limit the risk that you'll hurt yourself, cause an infection, or give yourself the wrong dose. So that's my goal, is to make sure that you don't hurt yourself, that you don't cause an infection, and that you never get the wrong dose.
I'm all on board with all of these things.
I figured you would.
I mean, the internet's already gonna see me without pants, so I don't know why that's the biggest concern.
I've been just getting your legs. Now I have you.
I like to lay everything out in the order in which I'm going to use it, and that way I am not going to forget anything.
What a Band-Aid.
I'm glad you're excited about that.
The first thing I always do is make sure I got the right medicine. Depo-Testosterone, yes, 200 milligrams per milliliter, that's the right concentration. That means that if we give you milliliters, you'll get the right dose. 0.25 milliliters, and that works out to be 50 milligrams every week. So we know this is totally right. This little thing on top there is meant to make sure that the rubber surface underneath is clean and sterile, so it won't get contaminated. But now it's dirty. I want you to always think of it as dirty, and that means you're always going to clean. This is the syringe. It's got a lot of different parts to it, so it's important to kind of know what the different parts are. This is the plunger, up and down. This is the barrel. And this is kind of the needle complex, in a sense. And it just screws on like a light bulb. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Yeah, pretty easy. And you just turn it till it squeaks, because you don't want anything to leak, so you just, and then you know it's on tight. The cap is there to make sure that you don't stab yourself or contaminate the needle. Taking off the cap is tricky, because a lot of people will try to take it off like this,
Right.
and they strain, it lets go, and they go stab, 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 because of reflexes. So I tell people, hold it in front and flourish. Voila! Pull it away like that. You're never going to stick yourself doing it that way. You can see that's a big, huge whopping needle.
Yeah.
That's because it's hard to get
That's
the oil
big,
out.
right?
Yes, so you use a bigger needle. When you're putting the cap back on, just push it till it clicks. You know it's okay. This is the needle that you actually use to inject, and you can see how tiny it is. Nice and tiny, so that's good. I'm going to clean it. And it's as much the pressure as the alcohol. So you push down on it pretty good. That's plenty. You don't have to go crazy. Because it's so thick and oily, it's better to, it helps to pressurize the bottle, to add some air in there in order to get the oil out. So basically then you just move the plunger to the location that's equal to the dose that you're going to be taking out. And since we're doing 0.25, it's 1, so that's the 0 mark. The big one is 0, then 1, 2, 3, so we go 2.5. Yeah, do you want to put that there? And if it's 0.275, that's okay, because you can't really tell. Like I said, it's not rocket science. Perfect. Remember? Voila.
Flourish.
Really? Throw it away.
I'm concerned with the flourishing.
So you see, I'm just going to put it right down the middle of the little rubber stopper. Push the air in. Blink. Turn it upside down. And this is the tricky part. You need 3 hands to do this, unfortunately.
Oh.
So you make sure that the needle is below the level of oil, and you kind of grip it in some way, and you push down on the plunger. And you just do a little pressure. You can see I'm not pulling it all the way down. I just got a little constant pressure. You can see the oil coming down the needle shaft. And then it's going to show up in the barrel. There. Here you go.
Oh boy.
And make sure you don't touch the needle.
Below that, right?
Yep. See, it's pretty. You will become a master at this. And when your hands are less sweaty, it'll be easier.
Yeah.
So what does it say on the side of the barrel? Up or down?
We're
Not far enough. That's like 1 1/4. So make sure the needle is below the level of the oil, and then keep pulling down on the barrel. You found a good technique. It's not bad.
There we go.
Perfect. All right. I like it. So then you turn it upside down, take this out, and there you are. Now we're ready to find the injection site.
Okay.
So this involves the indignity of taking your pants
That's okay. I wore fancy boxers for this moment.
Good.
I knew my mom would be here, so I wore the fancy boxers.
Oh, you
today.
did?
I wore
The mustache
I wore the
boxers.
mustache boxers. There we go, internet.
Usually you would pick up a
Yeah.
bunch of muscle, but here you just
do a little tiny
Do a
bit.
little pinch like that, and that's all you need. We'll just kind of do a little spiral motion. So you start where you're going to do the injection, then draw a little spiral out. I usually use 2 pads because it just makes it more likely that you're going to get clean. So the trick here is you don't hold it like you see the people in movies do all the time, where they go
Right.
like that. What that means is because the oil is kind of thick. If you're doing that, but you push down with your thumb, you're going to be going,
Right, yeah.
and that'll stir the needle around and that'll. You don't do that. Use your left hand. You pinch up that little bit of skin. You hold it like you're going to stab somebody in the back.
Okay, that I can do.
And then you just take it and you go whoop, all the way in at once. You're resting your hand against your leg so that it's not going to go anywhere. And you just use your thumb to push down. You don't have to pull up to look for blood or anything.
Okay.
You just push it down, and then when it's all out, and you can see it because you're looking right there, take it out. Good. All
Push.
right.
So, air.
Stab yourself in the back. There you go.
Just like a little
Perfect. Yep. 1, 2, 3, go. And then use your thumb. Stabilize your hand on your leg. You see the thumb, you're almost done. Done. Perfect.
bit.
Wow.
Okay.
Sometimes, no, nothing.
No,
Just kinda
that was actually really good.
give it a little massage. And then you put a little Band-Aid on in case a little oil gets out because you don't want that to get on
Right,
your
yeah.
fabulous boxers.
Wow.
That actually doesn't hurt as much as everyone says it.
Because it's the intramuscular ones that
Yeah,
hurt.
everyone's like, oh, it's gonna hurt for days. I'm like, oh god.
Nah, totally.
Ta-da.
Are we all done?
Yes.